Jin-Woo may be the big daddy of solo leveling, but he's not the only one who shines. So here are the top moments when solo leveling side characters were peak.
Igris. イグリッドがずっと剣を俺のレベルでやった互角。いや、まだ俺の方が弱いかもしれない。
Igris is Jin-Woo's shadow, but he's also a separate character by himself, so this encounter against the Ice Bear King was an epic display of skill. Bro was aura farming right from when he appeared till he slashed off the Ice Bear's head. He'd go on to become the shadow tank and was pretty strong too, but despite all that, our boy Igris said, "Nah, I'd win." The way he slashed down his opponent with his sword was typical Chad behavior. It's a cool fight, and it actually made Jin-Woo admit that Igris was actually stronger than him, even as a shadow at that point.
Move, lady! Do you want to die?
Gosh, that was incredible!
Here.
Thank you! Thank you so much!
Hey.
S-Rank Hunter!
Damn!
I'd
It is
like...
If we're doing characters who are not Jin-Woo, we obviously have to include his baddie Hae-In. She's Korea's most skilled S-rank hunter before our boy takes up the mantle, and she proves it in her intro scene. She obviously has to hide her identity, but when a civilian is in trouble, she just can't help her hero instincts. What we get is a beautiful sequence that is probably animated a bit too well, if you know what I mean. I don't know who was handling this cut, but Bro was definitely a man of culture for being based and giving us some extra quality visuals. But yes, we can't deny how awesome baddie Cha looked as she pulled off this epic stunt.
What kind of beast could have such a spine-chilling presence? That's no ordinary ant.
We need to take it out! Wrong move! You're finished! He caught it midair! We've got a heck of a healer with us!
It does. I can't move while using it, but that's a non-issue. Is it perceptive enough to see through camouflage?
No! No!
Run away! Run away!
The timing's perfect. Have all hunters withdraw and rendezvous with the secondary strike force.
Orders from Chairman Matsumoto. Collect the bodies at a... Head to sea with Bravo and prep for the next phase. I'll handle this.
But...
You'll just be in my way if you stay here.
Roger.
Quite the remarkable aura. A talking ant. Don't see that every day. King of all hunters. What is this power? I've known something like it before. I felt it when...
I was just singing praises about Hae-In, but she got done dirty here against the Ant King. Well, it's not like she would have been able to do any better against him if she knew the attack was coming, because that dude is a whole other unit. It's not just about him beating all the Korean S ranks with so much ease here. It's also about how he smoothly killed the Japanese S rank hunters too. It's literally like watching a predator stalk its prey before finishing them off with one blow. The dominance on display here was something else altogether. Thank God Jin-Woo managed to turn this brute into a shadow. Otherwise, Korea was gonna get totally cooked.
Looks like my generals have the upper hand here. Let's try this.
Jin-Woo fighting Kargalgan was the perfect halfway battle in Season 2, but the real standouts from the scene are actually his shadows. Iron and Igris totally dominated whenever they were shown, especially that one sequence where they took on the 3 orc generals. Iron had a pretty fun time chopping down his opponent, and Igris went one step further by taking on 2 generals at the same time. Sure, Tank helped him finish off the second one, but Igris could have done it alone too. The aura farming started right off the bat too, as the Honored Knight just stood there and slashed down dozens of orcs in his very first cut. It was just so peak.
Remember to stick to the plan. Pass me! But I can't afford to hold anything. Giant punching bag!
She's gonna have to get rid of me first.
Take this! Got you!
One last push!
A couple of entries ago, I spoke about how all the Korean S ranks got violated by the Ant King, but in all fairness, they did spend a lot of their energy in taking down the Ant Queen before this. That sequence was great too, with all the hunters showing off their powers in different ways. Hae-In was graceful, Choi Jong-in showed off his fire dragon, Baek Yoon-ho had an epic transformation, and Ma Dong-wook also did his thing as a tank. Lim was mainly effective from a distance, but that arrow barrage was a great sight too. But if I had to choose a highlight from this battle, then it has to be that final sequence where Cha beheads the Ant Queen. With such elegance and strength, it was absolute cinema.
身元は分かったのか。
ハンターだと主張しています。ゲートに閉じ込められて出られなくなったら彼が帰国し次第取り調べを行います。
この男の名前は
ファン・ソン。
言葉を話すモンス息子の名前を覚えているか。
ジン。
お前の息子は死んで自分で伝えろ。
一瞬だ。ファンが負けた。被害の拡大よ。あれは本当にモンスターなのか。
あれが人間だと思いますか？違いなくあれはモンスターです。あの男は
男を捉えられるかどうか。
絶対に俺の家族に近づくな。
屈辱的な敗北だ。この俺を脅しているつもりか。装備が必要だ。奴をひねり潰すためのアーティファクトが。
Jin-Woo sure gets a lot of his traits from his dad, especially the art of aura farming. Sung-Il-hwan is still a mysterious character to the anime fans, but the manhwa readers will be very excited to see him in the future. After all, in his limited appearances, he's already made the S-rank Hwang Dong-soo look like a little puppy. We didn't see the fight, but we did see the aftermath, which was all we needed to know that this man is a Giga Chad Pro Max. It's even crazier once we learn that he was actually holding back. That must have been some serious emotional damage for Dong-soo.
Emotional damage!
Leader でもなかったみたい。
どうやら向こうは間に合ったようです。こちらも始めましょうか。攻撃開始。
Solo leveling started off on a high note as we got to see some anime-exclusive content from the third raid on Jeju Island. We immediately got to see the difference in power between the S-rank hunters and the others, as they managed to take down most of the ants that came their way. Baek Yoonho showed off his strength, and Choi Jung-in made a fiery first impression as well. Lee Yoon-sok got some good screen time too, but sadly Bro didn't make it out alive after this raid.
なら、存じぬ。いや、待てよ。お前んとこの攻撃隊と一緒に潜っ。
知り合いなんです。
ファンドンス。その手を離せ。2で生きってるだけの分際で。なんだとか。お二人が直前に力を抜いてくださったおかげで腕が折れずに済みました。
Woo Jin-Chul may just be an A-rank hunter, but what he did here was way cooler than what most S-ranks did throughout both seasons. Baek Yoonho and Hwang Dong-soo were ready to have a fist fight, but then Bro decided it's time to aura farm, and he stopped both punches with his bare hands. Sure, the S-ranks pulled back their punches once they noticed him, but it still takes a lot of guts to be able to do what Jin-Chul did here. It made for a neat moment in an episode which already had so much more going on.
If this is all there is. Now let's try to make this quick. The hunt. Guaranteed, they have to be prepared to become. They're ever willing to back down. It's the enemies. Hunters will continue to hunt. Let's move on to the next target.
This is the scene that ends Season 2, and we can include it because Jin-Woo doesn't do any of the fighting here. It's his shadow army being put to work, and they do not disappoint one bit. This is supposed to be a red gate, but when you have shadows like Beru, Igris, Tusk, Kaisel, and Iron with you, there's no need to worry at all. They made light work of all the monsters, allowing Jin-Woo to aura farm one last time. Yup, we really need that next season to come up fast because the hype just isn't dying down. Like, share, and subscribe if you like this list and want to see part 2 of this topic. Have any suggestions? Drop them in the comments below, and I'll see if I can make a video on them. Okay then, stay strong and be good people.